never save money." These were the very first words my grandfather ever told me. When I heard this, I was absolutely shocked, because everyone always tells us to save our money and plan for the future. But my grandfather just smiled at me and said, "No, do not just save money. Make money grow." Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today I want to share a powerful story with you. A story about one grandfather's awakening that taught me exactly why simply saving your money might actually be keeping you poor. Let me tell you his story. In a small village, there lived an old man whom everyone called lazy. He never worked. Instead, he would sit under a big tree every single day, looking up at the sky and dreaming out loud. He would say that one day he was going to open a shop, buy cows, and become rich. But that one day never seemed to come. His wife, a strong, quiet woman who never complained, did all the hard work. She cooked, she cleaned, she carried water from the well, and she kept them home together with nothing but love and determination. She would gently remind her husband that while dreams are beautiful, they cannot fill an empty stomach. "We need money," she would say softly. "We need work." But the old man would just nod and promise that someday, somehow, he would find a way. Someday never came, until one night everything changed. His little grandson came to him in the dark, thin, barefoot, and hungry. The boy looked up at his grandfather with tired eyes and asked very softly, "Grandpa, do we have bread?" The grandmother opened the cupboard. It was completely empty. No bread, no rice, absolutely nothing. The old man felt a deep, heavy pain settle in his chest that night. He looked at his grandson's small face, at his wife's tired hands, and he realized with complete clarity, dreams alone do not feed a family. That night, he made a silent promise to himself and to them. The very next morning, he rose before sunrise and went out to become a field worker. He worked long, exhausting hours under the burning hot sun. His back ached constantly. His hands became rough and cracked. He earned very little, but he worked. And one afternoon at the village store, he overheard a man say loudly, "The secret is saving money. When you save, you are safe." Those words stuck in his mind like a nail in wood. He found an old glass jar, hid it carefully under his bed, and began dropping a few coins inside every single week. His grandson discovered the jar one day and asked curiously what it was. The old man smiled with quiet pride and replied, "This, my boy, is our tomorrow." His wife watched silently. She said nothing, but for the first time in years, she felt a small flicker of hope. But here is the trap that no one warns you about. To fill that jar, the grandfather wore old shoes with holes in the soles. He refused to buy new clothes, even in winter. The family ate even less food than before, just so he could save those few coins every week. He felt safe. He felt responsible. But without realizing it, he was sacrificing their present for a future that was not actually secure. Months passed slowly and painfully. The jar finally became full. The old man proudly carried his jar to the market, placed it on the table, and told the shopkeeper he wanted 3 sacks of corn, enough to feed his family for months. But the shopkeeper slowly shook his head and delivered heartbreaking news. Prices had gone up. The money in that jar, every coin saved through sacrifice and struggle, could now only buy 1.5 sacks of corn. The old man stood completely still. He could not speak. All those months of hard work, all those cold nights in worn-out shoes, all those meals his family skipped, and in the end, his money had quietly lost its value while he wasn't looking. This is the silent thief that no one talks about. We call it inflation. The jar was full, but his family was still struggling. Saving had not saved them at all. He walked home slowly that evening, feeling heavy and defeated. He sat outside in silence, watching his neighbors pass by. One was carrying a basket of fresh eggs. Another was carrying a bucket of milk. They looked calm. They looked peaceful. They did not look worried or afraid. That is when a small, quiet idea landed in his mind. And as he would later tell his grandson, ideas are seeds. He looked at the boy playing nearby and asked gently, "What if we bought chickens? This time, there was no waiting for someday." He took his saved money and bought a few thin, scraggly chickens from a neighbor. His grandson was overjoyed. He immediately named them and called them their very own egg factory. At first, they found 1 egg in the morning, then 2, then 3. They ate some eggs to feed the family. They sold the rest at the market. With that small income, they did not hide the coins in a jar. They bought another chicken, then another. The old man began keeping a small notebook. He counted every egg sold, every coin earned, every chicken added. After 3 months, they had 12 chickens. After 6 months, they were selling eggs to 4 families in the village. After 1 year, the grandfather bought a small piece of land beside the house to expand the farm. His wife, the same woman who had carried water from the well and kept the home together with nothing, now stood in the yard, surrounded by chickens, laughing softly as she scattered grain. She looked at her husband one evening and said simply, "You finally woke up." He smiled and took her hand. One quiet morning, the grandfather sat with his grandson and held up a single egg. "This egg," he said, "is more powerful than a full jar of money." The boy frowned. "How, Grandpa?" "Because money sitting still loses its power," the old man replied. "But money that is working, money used to build something, even something small, grows like life itself. It multiplies." The grandson smiled and asked, "So, you are not lazy anymore?" The old man looked at him, with tears quietly filling his eyes. "I was never truly lazy," he said. "I was just afraid to start, afraid to fail. But the day I stopped waiting for someday and took one small action, everything changed. From that day on," he told everyone who would listen, "saving money is like holding water in your hands. If you simply hold it, it will slowly slip through your fingers. But if you pour that water into the right ground, it grows into something that feeds you for years." And that is the greatest lesson I can share with you today. Do not just leave your money sitting in a jar where inflation quietly steals its value. Use it, invest it, grow it. You do not need a lot to start. The grandfather started with just a few thin chickens. What matters is that you start. Even one small step today can completely change the story of your life. And if you are wondering where to begin, start small and start smart. Look around you. What does your community need? What skill do you have? What product could you make or sell? Even buying something that saves you regular money counts as an investment. The first step is simply deciding that your money should work for you, not just sit still. If this story inspired you and gave you something to think about, please give it a like. It truly means the world to us. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a story. And share this with someone in your life who needs to hear it today. I will see you in the next one. Take care and keep growing.